These are the 5 dangerous animals that you can encounter while you're on the golf course. And what if I told you the most manicured and perfectly trimmed piece of real estate in your whole county is a buffet line for things that can hurt you real bad? They don't want just your golf balls, well, they'll take all of you. And the folks who run these places would rather you keep paying your green fees and think too hard about what's standing there in the tree line watching you line up your next putt. Here's what the most people miss. You drive through that gate, you pay your money, you lace up your golf shoes and figure you just walked into civilization. Cart paths and little flags with numbers on them. A girl at the snack bar selling you an overpriced hot dog. But the United States Golf Association has said that golf courses serve as a habitat for a wide range of animals and plants. That's a polite way of saying you're sharing that fairway with things that never read the dress code. There's one sitting on this list that most folks will walk right up to and try to take a selfie with, and that could be a problem. This is the Untamed Lens, and I'm Mr. V. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and don't forget to give this video a hype, because your buddy down the street who's getting ready to go play golf, he probably needs to know what's really out there, and trying to get a birdie may be the least of the things on his mind. Here are 5 dangerous animals on a golf course that will change the way you look at your next round of golf. Ranked from unsettling to absolutely terrifying. Number 5, coyotes. The quiet visitor has been watching you from the rough for longer than you know. I grew up around coyotes. You would hear them at night out past the barn. That was fine because they were out there and you were inside the house. The deal was understood. They stay in their place, you'll stay in yours. But coyotes have been losing their fear of humans. And a golf course is basically a Cracker Barrel for a coyote. Short grass full of rodents, little ponds, garbage cans with sandwich wrappers in them. They have figured out that a person on a golf course is about the least threatening version of a human there is. Well, look at yourself. You're wearing pastel shorts and riding a tiny golf cart that goes 9 miles an hour. So you're not exactly projecting dominance. A coyote stands about 2 foot tall at the shoulder, maybe 40 pounds for a big one. So you think, that's not much bigger than my sister's dog. And you'd be right, until there's 3 or 4 of them. In November 2013 in Mansfield, Ohio, a groundskeeper was working near a country club when at least 3 coyotes came at him at once. They were on him, and the man had to physically knock him off of his body and escape on a riding lawnmower. I'm not kidding you, a riding lawnmower. I'm guessing it was bigger than mine, but you know those things can get up and move though, right? Now, before the attack, staff members have been seeing coyotes on nearby golf courses almost every day, and nobody did a thing about it because people thought they were just part of the scenery. The documented cases back this up. In August of 2023, a rabid coyote attacked a woman walking her dog and a groundskeeper at a golf course in Fall River, Massachusetts. And that animal tested positive for rabies, because I already told you it's rabid. In 2003 in Apple Valley, a coyote attacked a 4-year-old boy on a golf course, biting him on the face and the neck before his daddy pulled the animal off. The California Department of Fish and Wildlife says coyote attacks on humans are extremely rare. And that's true, but rare don't mean it don't happen. And when it does happen, it happens fast, and you've got to get a move on to get away. So if you see one coyote on a golf course, assume there's more you don't see. You don't want to turn your back on them. But what you do need to do is make yourself big and yell. Make some monster noise and let them know you're the big dog on the porch. And don't leave food in your cart like it's a tailgating party, because a granola bar wrapper is a dinner invitation to a coyote. Now, coyotes get overlooked because they look like somebody's dog that got loose. And that's exactly why they get close enough to be a problem. The next one on this list don't need to get close to ruin your whole afternoon. Number 4, the Javelina. The short, angry, tusk-wearing animal that has been tearing through Arizona golf courses like a church group at a potluck dinner tears through a casserole dish. If you've never seen a javelina, imagine a pig that nobody loved. It's around 3 to 4 foot long, about 19 inches tall, and weighs somewhere between 40 to 60 pounds, and meaner than your uncle after his football team loses. Folks in the Southwest call them skunk pigs because they smell like something died inside of something else that also died. They travel in herds of 5 to 15 usually, and some herds have been documented to have up to 50 or more javelina in it. When they move in numbers like that, even mountain lions leave them alone. They defend their territory fiercely, and they will fight each other to the death over a prickly pear cactus, which happens to be their favorite food. So imagine how they feel about your golf cart rolling through their dining room. In October of 2023, Seven Canyons Golf Club, located in Arizona, which sits on the Coconino National Forest, well, a massive herd estimated between 100 to 150 javelina descended onto that course and went to work tearing it up. Assistant Superintendent M. Casey reported the damage required 40 to 50 hours a week of repair, every single week for quite some time. That's a full-time job plus some overtime just to fix what skunk pigs did to their fairways. Casey said that should have been one of the most beautiful golf courses in the country is now destroyed by herds of javelina. Now, the numbers don't lie. Arizona notes the javelina is one of the most misunderstood and often feared animals people come into contact with in the region. And aggressive encounters with humans are rare, but when you're standing on the 7th tee and a herd of 50 comes through, rare is not the word floating through your head. So if you're playing golf on a course in the Southwest and you see javelina, don't approach them, and for the love of God, don't feed them. And those little ones that look so cute, don't try to get close to them because Mama is rightly retouched. And she can have a real bad attitude. We know how mamas get when you mess with their babies. You might overlook the dangers because they're small and funny looking. Just remember, funny looking, don't scare people until it's too late. Now, the next one that's on this list ain't funny looking at all. So, number 3, black bears. The heavy, quiet animal that has been raiding golf courses from British Columbia to Japan and treating your snack bag like a drive-through window. A black bear can weigh anywhere from 200 to 600 pounds depending on the season. They're fast and they're good climbers. And they're smart enough to connect a golf bag with food because you left a granola bar in the side pocket and the zipper still smells like peanut butter. British Columbia has more than 300 golf courses, and bears live in every corner of that province. An encounter between a golfer and a bear is not a matter of if it's going to happen, it's a matter of when it's going to happen and what you're going to do when it does. In July 2026, at Golden Eagle Golf Club up in Pitt Meadows, British Columbia, a bear walked right up to a golf bag, grabbed it by the strap, and dragged it towards the bushes like he was bringing groceries in from the truck. The golfer came back to the cart, and his clubs were already gone. Thinking about that's funny right up to you imagine being the guy who has to go ask the bear to give you your 7-iron back, though. In May of last year, a bear was spotted on a course during the final round of the Twin Fields Ladies tournament in central Japan, and they canceled the entire round on the spot because Japan reported 219 people attacked by bears with 6 deaths in the 12 months leading up to April of 2024. Climate change is disrupting their food sources and their hibernation schedules, so don't leave food in your golf bag, and that includes the wrappers, and no fruit or open drinks. Oh, I know that sucks for the beer, right? Well, if a bear shows up and it's stalking with its ears forward and its head up, raise your club and make yourself look big and yell, just like you would with a coyote. But if a sow with cubs, yeah, don't do that. Just go ahead and get out of Dodge. And if a bear does take your golf bag, don't go back and try to take it back from him. Just write it off like a course hazard, like you do when you lose a golf ball. You can always buy new clubs, you can't always buy a new face. The animal coming next doesn't want your granola bar, it wants you not to see it until it's too late. Number 2, mountain lions, the silent, patient animal that has been leaving paw prints in your sand traps that you probably figured come from a big dog. A male mountain lion, can stretch 6.5 feet long and weigh over 200 pounds. It can leap 40 feet horizontally and 20 feet vertically, which is further than most of you can hit a chip shot. And it does all this in silence with no growl to warn you. It watches from above and picks the moment. That's not aggression, that's patience. And patience in a 200-pound cat is the scariest sentence in the English language. Over the past 100 years, fewer than 20 people have been killed by a mountain lion encounter. That number sounds small until you remember that the whole reason it's small is that mountain lions are so good at not being seen that most encounters never happen. You walk right past it, and they let you. In September of 2023 in Valentine, Nebraska at Frederick Peak Golf Course, a high school girls golf tournament was underway when a mountain lion was spotted near the 8th green. They went ahead and canceled the tournament right then, even though they were only halfway through. 2 days later, the lion was trapped and killed after it took down a white-tailed deer on the edge of town. Every pro knows it. At Bolada Park Golf Course in California, members reported that few days don't go by where they don't see one. They regularly find carcasses of prey along the fence line above the course, and staff find paw prints of mothers and their young down in the sand trap. So if you're on the course near the foothills or wild spaces, stay aware and keep your head on a swivel, especially at dawn and dusk. Don't wear earbuds, and if you do see one, don't run. What you can do is the same as when you see a coyote. Just face it, make yourself look big, and back away slowly. In May of this year, Utah wildlife officials urged caution as mountain lion sightings increase near trails and foothills. They're spreading because neighborhoods and cities keep pushing deeper into the wild spaces, and the lion was there before the golf course was. So mountain lion don't want you to see it. The animal sitting at number 1, there ain't no choice but to see it. And you won't believe how big it is until it's too late. Number 1, moose. The enormous, deceptively calm animal that has been injuring more people than bears and walking across fairways like it owns the property. A moose can weigh 1,600 pounds. It stands over 6.5 feet tall at the shoulder, which is taller than the roof of your pickup truck. It can run 35 miles an hour, which is a lot faster than your golf cart will ever go, even if you're going downhill. And it can kick in every direction, front and back, like it has got 4 separate bad ideas happening all at once. You look at a moose and your brain says, oh, that's like a big deer. It's probably gentle. Your brain's lying to you. In Alaska, moose cause more injuries to people than black bears and grizzly attacks combined. Every year in Canada, moose injure more people than bears do. They're especially unpredictable during fall rutting season, which is mid-September through October, and during the spring calving season, which is May through June. That means for about 4 months of the year, a moose is 1,600 pounds of animal with no sense of humor, and it's got a haired trigger for anger. In May of 2026 at Crosby Country Club in North Dakota, right near the Canadian border, a moose walked into the course during the Divide County Invitational High School golf tournament and caused a delay that stopped the whole thing. Nobody argued or asked the moose to speed up play, because when something that weighs as much as a small car stands in the fairway, you wait until it decides to leave. The documented encounters back this up. At a Utah golf course, a moose charged some golfers after they passed it while driving their golf cart. They were just driving along, minding their own business, but I guess the moose didn't like being passed, and it came after them. The Utah Division of Wildlife Services had to be called in to deal with the animal. A Highlands Link Golf Club in Canada, they don't even pretend it's unusual anymore. Well, they tell you straight up that you might probably encounter a moose during your round. It's like a course feature. Here's how to actually use this. If a moose charges you, run. This ain't a coyote where you stand your ground. This is a moose. That ground you're standing, it ain't yours. Not if the moose wants it. Get behind something solid, whether that's a tree or a golf cart, or look for a building, because you're running, right? and give the moose a wide berth. Now, cow moose are different. They're the most dangerous during mid-May through the end of June. And the bull moose gets aggressive during mid-September through December. So don't ever think that if it's standing still that it means that it's calm. All that means is it's still deciding on what's it going to do next. Moose look gentle and slow and kind of dopey. Now, that's the impression that's been putting more people in the hospitals for decades. So the next time you're playing around the golf up north and you see one standing at the edge of the tree line, you'll know what dopey looking thing is the most dangerous animal on the entire list. I hope you enjoy this episode of the Hidden Lens, and I'll see you in the next one.